of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Checking in with the Indiana head coach before the game. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Hoosiers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Washington's offense will go on the attack first. And onto the field for the first time is Jaden Lamar. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory. Corners are going to bail. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Play action with Williams. They're all over him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Sends it back in motion. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Sells the run, wants to pass. Throwing right. That's reeled in. It's Moss. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Williams on the play fake. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Breaks the ground right along the back of the end zone. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
So Indiana's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Frankly, they've been looking forward to this matchup all week. The coaching staff imploring him to go after this guy. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Gonna run it. It's Richard. They were all over it.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have 2 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So Up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
And the Hoosiers are marching down the field. From the gun, it's Richard. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They've got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Quarterback keeps it. He's past the marker. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Here's Williams to throw. Right side, it's Coleman Williams. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the lone running back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Williams will pass. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
3rd down, defense is thinking pass, so those defensive ends rushing up the field. That plays perfectly into the running back screen. Great play call at the right time.
We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Play fake, Williams. Swings it out to the flat. Powers through the defender. Caught, and he's close to the first down on the nice pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. I don't know. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Throwing, Williams. Back's got it on the screen. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always pointing to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Washington sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Line getting set on 2nd down. To throw, it's Hoover. Shoots it to the left. Soft spot in the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over.
Caught over the middle. It's Preston. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Knocked down immediately. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Working the middle, it's complete. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Richard. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Out wide right, it's Richard. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. They cannot stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Hoover. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Good right down the boulevard. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with Tennessee taking on the number 8 team, the LSU Tigers.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
On the stop.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running inside. It's Richard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Right side, it's Preston. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to...
Snags it, and there's running room. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Hits inside. It's Richard. Stopped right there.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Rush is on. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, and now they're finding out about him.
They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Williams. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Williams looking for a man. Got his man in the middle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Hand it to the back. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Williams, look out! Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and long here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Grabbed over the middle, it's Preston. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Swamped immediately.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Needs it. Stop short of the marker. And they stop for this defense, and they get the ball back. Holly, what update do you have for it?
Guys, here on the Huskies sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knocking down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Williams to throw. Out wide right, it's Moss. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Williams will pass. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Here comes the heat. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Throws for the tight end. Right side, it's shot. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Left side is Preston. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Richard. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's changing the play. Moves the pocket. It's Hoover. Out wide right, it's Preston. Got enough space. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Second down to the air. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
They'll try to blast their way in. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They'll run it. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Right back to it. All over him immediately. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. They cannot stop the clock again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Out wide left, it's Moss. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.